Okay, so first day in Cambodia. Been up since 5:30. It's now 10:30. So been a pretty full day, to say the least. I had to take notes just so I remembered to say everything. Driving on the other side of the road. Okay, so I wasn't aware that that was going to happen. Overtaking with oncoming vehicles coming ahead of you is the norm. Then we drove 2 hours, 70 kilometres out of Phnom Penh, south of Phnom Penh, to a schoolroom where we listened to a teacher talk about saving, and then we each, Giselle, Jose, Sharon and myself, then gave examples of how, for example, we spoke about how our children in Australia save and what they do to earn pocket money to put in their savings accounts. If that could relate at all to these kids, which it didn't. The dirt road getting to this school was worse than any back of Burke road I've been on. Reminded me of going to the Louth races one time, I think, but that's, yeah, it was a lot of potholes, and yeah, slow and narrow. We then Sharon did really well, asking the class what they were saving for, and then she gave $1 to each of those kids to open their own savings accounts. Only a half a dozen or so out of the 39 kids in the class had a savings account. The school they have, this sort of surprised me. They're at school from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with an hour and a half for lunch at 12:30. They go home and they have to walk to school. So a lot of the kids are saving for push bikes so they can ride their push bike to school. The hardest thing in that sort of hour that we were there for was trying to teach and not communicate English when I would say something for Kundi to translate and know if he was saying what I meant for him to say was definitely the hardest thing of my day. Very nerving. For me to explain to them that my kids do chores to earn pocket money, menial chores, like helping with the housework or washing the car, for example, that's expected of them to feed the animals and take the cows out and feed the pigs, and all they get is loving words from their parents and encouragement to keep up their education because they can't afford to pay their children pocket money. Then we went straight to a credit union, visited Forestry's credit union. Had a name like 7 words long, but short of it is Forestry's credit union. They have a monthly meeting with the community. They're only 3 years young. Encompass Credit Union opened them in August 28, 2011, so they're 4 years old this month. And now we're just asking questions about how do they possibly grow their membership. They don't have electricity at this particular branch. They don't have computers. Everything's paper-based. It's just to relate to them. I think we did really well. Jose had some unreal examples of how to relate, and give them marketing ideas. But marketing to them, I think, would be an absolutely foreign concept. So Jose said it had some great ideas on how to encourage and grow membership. Then we went to a village entrepreneur who we sponsor, and she's a pig farmer. She owned 4 pigs. She bought them as piglets. She will grow them until they're 80 kilos and then sell them off, and they take about 6 months to grow. Giselle and I jumped in the pig pen and fed and washed the pigs. Then we went to another village entrepreneur. Was actually a bike repairs business. Jose helped fix, repair a tyre, and his mum was there as well, and we helped her make walls, or the structure for a wall at banana leaf weaving. So that was great. Giselle did really well at that. I find the humidity is hot and not probably as bad as Darwin, but it's still there. You're still that constant perspiration, and driving along the streets, temperature is so relative because they're there in tracksuit pants and Adidas velour tracksuit tops, so it must be the middle of winter, I don't know, but we're sweating in our t-shirts and shorts. We then went on to the killing fields. Nearly 3 million people were killed from 75 to 79. I was aware that there was a genocide here. I had no idea of the scale. I had no idea of the killing fields. We walked around this paddock and there were bones still under our feet. I took a photo of a jaw with teeth in the ground, and their clothes are still being washed up. And after every flood season, apparently you do just, the bones just keep coming up out of the ground, and that's after they've exhumed a lot of the bodies. So they've got a temple with 17,000 skulls in it. It's 17 levels high or something. And then we just drove past the Genocide Museum. It was too late. We were running way over schedule today. We crammed way too much into it. It was like 6:30 at night coming back to the motel. Had a quick shower, changed, went out for dinner. Kundi took us to a beautiful restaurant, a couple of drinks, and now I'm here saying goodnight. That's a really long video. I hope it's not too boring. Thank you.